This buddy, Midland, Texas. Tell you a little story. When I first moved here in 2008, actually in October, 1st of November was when I bought this home and moved here. Shortly after that, I noticed this dead smell on the west side of my lawn, and that's kind of the side of the lawn I'm on right now, and right here. And the other thing about that was that there was a half-buried pile of cut-up clothes that was over here, and it was real odd. And every time it'd warm up, I'd smell that death smell, And I remember walking around this neighbor's house over here because she's retirement age, and I thought maybe she died. I walked all the way around her house and smelling, sniffing, or whatever, and trying to figure out where that dead smell come from. And the previous homeowner, Mike Lawhon, had died, a couple of weeks before I bought this home, and I didn't know at that time if he had died in this home or if he died somewhere else. And now I actually believe he actually was murdered here and carried to Fort Worth. That's my best guess based on the evidence and what's happened to me. But anyway, what the thing is in after I shot in 2012, News West 9 did this story about a guy named Rene Escobar Sanchez from Odessa that disappeared in July of 2008, a few months before that, before I moved here, and he's still missing to this day. Okay, and so I had just been shot here from the ground, of course, and so I contacted the Odessa Crime Stoppers. I sent them a message and told them, about the death smell, the cut up clothes, and the previous homeowner, and then me being shot. And I thought it was a great place. It's a great place to look, for a buried body. And they didn't contact me, so I sent them another message, and I also sent the Odessa American an email and told them the same thing, and copied and pasted the message I sent to Crime Stoppers. They have never looked. They ended up arresting a guy that went to prison, and they've never even found a body. And so what's interesting, that recently had some friends by here, and we found a piece of cut up clothing, and you can still find them here. This is 6 years later, and actually probably going on 8 years later now, but it recently rained, and so I was walking out here a while ago, and I'm going to show you. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to walk over here, and I'll flip this around, and I come out here with my dog, and we make this little trek, and that's what I seen right there. It's like, oh, look there, he's clawed, buried. Of course, that's 8 years, and I look at that and I think, I wonder if that's from a dead person that was buried here. We sure had a lot of crimes connected, that's been committed here. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, and to this day, Rene Escobar Sanchez is still missing. The crimes against me are unsolved, capital attempted murder. I believe last homeowner of this house was murdered, and I have pictures of the criminals that were caught sneaking in my house just a few hours after I was shot. I've got a reward for their identity. This buddy, Midland, Texas.